Mukunda Madhava Govinda Hari Hari Bol Hari Bol Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Welcome. I feel something stirring here.
OGEP.com.
Krishna, Jesus, Prabhupada, 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 Jesus, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Purchase more tracks today.
All right, turn your mics on. Let's chant some japa here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna
Hare 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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare.
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Rama
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama 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 Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
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 Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya Sri
Rama Rama
Hare
Krishna Nityananda Nityananda
Nityananda
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Nityananda Sri Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Gauranga
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Sri
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna
Nityananda
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Sri
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Sri Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna Chaitanya Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Rama
Sri
Rama
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Sri
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Chaitanya
Hare Rama
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Sri
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Oh, my Lord, sweet Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Oh,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Where does it say in the sutras that there's this kind of devotional service? Where is it shown, this kind of devotional service? Where in Prabhupada's books is it shown? Where?
In the books, yes.
All over Chaitanya Charitamrita it's shown. And glorified. Yeah, mute your mics now. No more laughing at my classes. Making jokes of Gaur Das. What do you think, this is funny? You think Krishna is a funny man? Yeah, see, when you get a relationship with Krishna, you start to be very jovial. Like him. Laugh a lot, crack jokes. Yeah. You start to think all other conclusions are insignificant but yours. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. The meeting of Mahaprabhu and Vallabhabhata. This is in chapter 7 in Anchalila. In Chaitanya Charitamrita. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simply by the causeless mercy of the devotees engaged in licking the honey from his lotus feet, even a fallen soul becomes eternally liberated. This is a fine point that people, the devotees who are interested in progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness, need to understand clearly. Simply, back to the verse. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This point is not clear in the minds of 99.9%, yes, of the Vaishnavas. From my own experience of looking from whatever, you know how they do studies, they take a section. You can't do it. I can't do every single. There are millions of Vaishnavas now, millions. I can't do a study, but I could take a section. That's how they do studies. They take a section of a group, and you can pretty much tell the heartbeat of that group. So by taking the section that I took, 99.9% of the Vaishnavas don't understand this. Okay? Because they think, well, yeah, let me go and offer my obeisances to all the devotees, right? The scriptures kind of teach that, except this one. This one is for connoisseurs. This is the conclusive truth. This is when you want love of Godhead in this life. This is why Gaur gets a bad reputation, because his opinion differs from everybody else that don't know this verse deeply. Okay? Go, let me tell you see how many of these gurus you pay your obeisances and respectful obeisances to, and see if you can taste the honey that some of the devotees here taste. See? So it's the honey lickers you pay your obeisances to. Why do you think Lord Shiva didn't stand up for Daksha? Even though millions of Brahmins, just like millions of devotees in ISKCON, are paying their obeisances to those gurus who are not even a fraction of Daksha's qualities. And Lord Shiva said, nope. I'm going to be a stickler. I'm going to have a different opinion than those millions of people who don't know the deeper conclusions that are in this book here, that are in the Bhagavatam, that nobody practically knows, unless you come here. The Shiva says, no, I'm going to pay my obeisances only to pure devotional service and pure devotees. Therefore, I'm not standing up or bowing down to dakshas. I'm going to teach the world so that I can save those millions of Brahmins paying their obeisances and save Daksha himself by not doing what millions of people say. Well, the herd, see the herd of Brahmins or mode of goodness persons or even liberated souls, they're going one way. And the real pure inspired devotees who have the real mercy of Lord Caitanya and the kind of devotee that Lord Shiva was, their mercy go another way. Do you see why Jesus said narrow is the gate that leads to the kingdom? It's one of those. Do you see why people are tested about accepting this opinion over here? Because it differs from all of those people out there. All of them, all the charismatic ones, like that one guru with a tilak that goes like this, and real charismatic and everything, and can't do anything. Nothing happened. It's always that. Just nothing. Lots of rules and ceremonies and all that. A lot of flowery talk. Oh, flower sounds really nice, but it's up in the mind. Nothing happens. No wild bhakti like this. We're here to this is for connoisseurs. This is for those who really want a relationship, a closeness with Lord Caitanya. Yeah, so you pay your obeisances, you follow this, this line of thought. You pay your obeisances and your respect to the preaching and to the ecstasy and glorify that, like Amy is standing up. You see, she's standing up now. See, publicly. You do that, oh, well, you're going to get a lot of tomatoes. Oh, all the envious and jealous people that go in the other way are going to come after you. But, when your faith is strong and you're really conclusive and clear and everything, you pull all those people over to your side. That's how strong the truth is, man. When you become fixed in the truth, man, I'm paying my obeisances and my respect and my honor and my glorification to the devotees who are honey lickers, man, who lick the honey and taste the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam, taste the deepest meaning of Bhagavad Gita even, taste the meaning of Chaitanya Leela. I pay my respect and obeisances to devotees like that. And then you follow the footsteps of Lalita Ganga and River. See? That's why they understand what they understand. That's why they feel what they feel. And that's why they teach what they teach. I'm very happy with devotees like that. Everybody should follow, like River, Johan also. That's why they're so ecstatic. They follow the real path. That's their payment. If you're not good with that, go to these other charismatic gurus and become like them. Empty of this and filled with something else. I don't know what they're filled with. You want to be filled with rules, filled with ceremonial things and memorization of that, or do you want to be filled with pure ambrosia of this kind of worship? Your choice. You ready for the Bhakti Bitcoin story? I was listening to this guy who knows Bitcoin. He's a connoisseur of Bitcoin, I only listen to connoisseurs, of everything. Nice. The people who don't know, if they don't know Bhakti, I don't listen to them either. If they're just these Vaidhi Bhaktas, I don't listen to them. Just like in Bitcoin and crypto, I don't listen to these guys who are greedy and all that. So I listen to those who like nice things, clean things, beautiful things, even in this world. I listen to them. And he was talking about boy, Bitcoin has a store of value. Like, wow, it's so you want value to be stored. That's the coin to store it in, not fiat currency. You know, people are looking for stores of value. And if you're an investor, which most people aren't here, is they don't know that. Investors looking, where can I store my value where it won't go, where it'll stay? And here's the bhakti part. The goddess of fortune said, you fools, don't you know I'm restless? The only value I value is the feet of Lord Hari. That's where I store my value. See, all the investors are looking at the opulences of the goddess of fortune. See, and she's only looking at the opulence of the feet of Krishna. That's where she stores her value stored there. It's in the name of Krishna. If she were here like we are, it would be I'd store my value in the sound vibration of chanting Krishna's name. That's why I store it there. It doesn't go. You notice every day I pick it up. There it is. See, my value is there. What is that? See, I asked a question. What is the value that's in these things in the world, like gold or silver or Bitcoin or something? What's the value there? Let's say I was thinking, okay, value. What if I wanted to travel or something? Then there's value there, you know. If I wanted to eat, there's some value there and all that. I think, that's okay. But if that's all I had, I would not be happy, my friends. And many people here, you understand what I mean. Okay? Because the greatest value is these things are supposed to make you happy. They don't really make me happy. I just if I travel, but it's no, it's like, okay. A lot of people, they live in, especially young people, they're living, the value, my values. See, it's value. What are your values? I want to travel the world. I've already done that. Everything's pretty much the same. You just go, you see one piece of the earth is another piece of the earth. It's just transformed a little differently. And after you start tasting the ras of the earth that is transcendental earth, which is Krishna, that kind of earth, the earth that is everlasting earth, the spiritual planet earth, that energy, that potency. This other is like, it's just, it's nice, it's nice to be by the sea, but it's just a sea. You have water in a bathtub, it starts to be like that, you see it looking like a kind of like a mirage, that comes and goes, just shiny, shimmery times of the day and stuff like that. But people, if you don't have this and a taste for the eternal reality that lasts forever, that comes, you store your value there. I just store my value. My value's there, and then I see everything in perspective. So everything's added, it's just all there. And that's all Krishna wants. Krishna doesn't care that you're a sannyasi or a household. He said, just wants you to know where the real value is. Real, lasts forever value. And then the other stuff, like I got my, whatever I have here. I have my little place by the sea. Got a little money that I go buy some food. But this is the value, man. And this is what people don't know. This is what the connoisseurs of like the guys, in Bitcoin and all that, all they have is the mundane, and it's really unfortunate. When they could have it all. That one connoisseur of Bitcoin, he has thousands, maybe millions of Bitcoins. You know what that one Bitcoin is worth? Is about 30-something thousand dollars now. He has thousands, and these people have thousands, and they're still not happy. I look at his face. I look at the face of everybody, Klaus Schwab and everything, and I found they haven't found true happiness. The greatest standard is the face, man. The greatest measuring stick is the face of a person. These guys with all that money and all that stuff, and they want more. The guy still wants more Bitcoins. He has enough to live 1,000,000 lifetimes, on what he's got. It's still not enough. Want to collect more. And he's a nice guy, a lot of nice people. See, these are the demigod types. This is why Krishna comes and makes them miserable. You know, eventually, because that otherwise they're going to be, they think, oh, I can just do this forever. And he does good deeds, you know, good deeds. He does goods. He gives some stuff away and all that and everything. But he's going to take another birth, him and all these others like that. Whether you're a demon or demon, you're going to take more births. You're going to go up and you're going to go down and you're going to go up and down the system, you know, of birth and death. Sometimes to heaven, sometimes to earth, sometimes to hell. And you're never going to find happiness, true fulfillment, until you come here to a place like this, which is very rare. Hopefully you get the message, people out there. Finding all your value in something material. See? And you don't even have to give it up. My Lord Caitanya is so merciful. Just come as you are. We can bring all your bitcoins. You can drop a few in our thing if you want. And then we'll get tickets for everybody, man, you know? Yeah, I was trying to think, you know, what's coming down is so kind of tough. You know, it's really tough, you know, what's coming down. You know, they're going to have a CBDC. They're going to tell you what to buy and all that stuff. What are we going to do with our group? You know, can I train them on, you know, how to live in a parent? That is too friggin' hard, man. I can't do it because you won't do it. You can't do it. You don't have the training. I barely have anything to live in the thing. What can be done? And I realized, I see, Krishna's going to take care of it. Just let Krishna, you know, somebody will probably come because he protects his devotees, right? So that's the way it happened in Krishna and Chaitanya Leela. You know, the devotees would get into trouble sometimes, and then somebody would just come and get them out of it. That's going to be our way. We're going to just do this. It's a big relief for me because I was wondering, how am I going to help them? You know, because they're all like, you know, the system's coming down like this with these CBDCs and the draconian 10-minute cities, you know, and all this stuff. But Krishna's going to do it. There's no, I can't, I can't, you know, train everybody and to do all this. And so this is the best way. Best offer. Let's just depend on Krishna and keep just storing our value here, man. Just keep putting money in the real bank that lasts forever, man. These Sadhu Sangha programs are special, man. I was listening to Lalita's preaching today. It was so fantastic, man. She's getting so clear. And her singing yesterday, oh, that's how I tell them. If you get somebody, when you see them really drunk, man, you see, this is going to be real deep empowerment. That's the way the Lord Caitanya was. That's why they started to take notice, man. Because the drunker he got, the better his preaching got. The more people came. See, and the more clear you get and make it clear for others. So I noticed that in her preaching. River is also very good. All of you people. Look at Amy's getting out there, you know, putting her posts up there. Very nice. This is, and you know what this is from? This is from how they hear. How they hear. This is why Bhaktisiddhanta marked Prabhupada. The other godbrothers, I could just imagine. They're in there and they're kind of, okay, my guru's speaking, and they're sort of listening and probably thinking about, boy, I'd like to have a nice room or something. Who knows? But Prabhupada was like a pin would drop. He listened to every word from his guru because he knew there's something special coming from that word. And Bhaktisiddhanta took notice of Prabhupada. You won't find him mentioning anybody else except Prabhupada. Ooh, he said, I marked this person. This person hears so well. He's going to speak so well, speak conclusively, because he heard the vibration, purified by the vibration. That's the same thing here, you know. You could see the devotees are like that. You see how River hears, how Johan hears, how Lalita hears. So everybody, and others are hearing like that too. Govinda, I'm sure. But these are just a few examples. You follow like that, oh, what a result you're going to get. You're going to get a Prabhupada result. You're going to get a Lalita Ganga result, a Johan result, a river result. You become ecstatic devotee. And then everything is good. You got the shelter of Krishna. What else do you need? You know, these guys I just mentioned, they don't have the shelter of Krishna yet. They have the shelter of his opulences in the material opulences. And that's a flimsy shelter, man. Very flimsy. And you know, and it's so funny, Maya is just cutting them down, all these people with the billions. So many of these billionaires are dying. That's why I told anybody get into this Bitcoin, you know, just get into the Bitcoin, use it as a parallel system so you can do some transacting here. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Who knows? It doesn't matter, really. This matters. What we're doing, every second we do here, every day here matters more than a lifetime of collecting all these material things. One moment of the happiness of hearing about Krishna and chanting his name in ecstasy is better than a lifetime of collecting mundane collectibles that go. Right? See? So, yeah. Janaki, yes, Lord Caitanya is our doctor. See, where do you get such a perspective? See, that's why this path is so fantastic. And that's why Prabodhana said, give up everything but the path of Lord Caitanya, the gifts of Lord. All we have are, we living on the gifts, man. They're so amazing. They're so powerful. There's so many. Gift after gift after gift. Look at these books. These are because of our line. This isn't just Hinduism. Let's say, are you a Hindu? Are you a Hindu? Is this Hinduism? Oh, are you kidding? This is a lineage of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda and their devotees who came here and have blessed this world with so many gifts, you know, gifts of knowledge. Even the elites, you know, the elites are struggling to keep people without knowledge. You know, can you imagine? These demons are so miserly and they get a little bit of knowledge of the occult, the hidden knowledge, and they want to keep it for themselves. And they want everybody else to be lack of it, so they can't be sovereign. They can't know who they are. They can't worship properly. They stay weak. But anyway, that's the servant of Maya. Maya's set up like that. That's why ultimately, you know, you're very lucky. Everybody should kiss the ground that you have this situation that reveals everything. See, this is, you see, I'm not hiding all this esoteric knowledge that they don't even have. Yeah. They have they have the one-eye knowledge. You see, they're all that one-eye stuff. One eye. See, that's it. They're like pirates. You have seen pirates that got a patch over their eye. This is Krishna, man, showing you want to be a pirate. That's these guys. They're pirates, man. One eyes. They're looking at one eye. Oh, the glories of one eye. Yeah, glorious. With the glory of two eyes, man. See the full picture. Otherwise, Maya, she also knows. She's a pure devotee. She has full knowledge, but she doesn't give it to her miserly servants out there who are doing this. She, you know, what is Maya, devil, Shiva, in charge of what? The mode of ignorance, the mode of destruction, right? That is the most dangerous job you can have. The demigods wouldn't touch it. They can't touch it. But Shiva is such an exalted devotee. Nothing. Even if he got a little, you know, stuff on him from, you know, hanging out with the goblins and ghouls in the graveyards, you know, and the snakes and all that stuff, he gets a little on him and he just Hare Krishna in ecstasy. Pooh, gone. No, that's my Shiva, man. Okay. That's why I'm not afraid of Shiva. Shiva's a great devotee. Anybody listen to this preaching? You'll be released from Shiva or the devil, whatever you want to call it. You're released. You come here, you get protection. Shiva knows this. Shiva sent me people here. They don't always stay, but he sends them, gives them a chance. You want to get out of Maya? Okay? Well, come here, man. You ain't going to find any preaching like this anywhere. Nowhere that I've seen. What? The real shelter of Krishna and being proved? It's so proved here. It's so clear here that people can, no, it can't be. No. Our gurus all said many lifetimes, no, I'm dedicated to the rule. I give respect to all devotees. I give respect to all preaching. It's all the same. Yeah, it's all one. Yeah, see, they can't even get through liberation. Yeah, Lord Caitanya chastised Murari for doing that. What a great lesson for us. Hey, I come here very rarely, man, and you're not behind my mission? Oh, you're not committed to my mission? Oh, you give respect to everything else and all those things? Give respect to the demigods, and you don't point out how special this is, how rare this is, how lucky people are to make this kind of contact? You don't glorify that, poo-poo, all these other paths, you should all be here. And that's true. Why do you want to take so many lifetimes and be in danger? Why do you want to stay in the jungle with all these wild animals on two legs and the envious and the jealous? And the creations and destructions, who knows how many you'll go through when you can end it here in this Sangha. They still don't understand. Well, okay, go out there till you do. But we'll just deal with those Krishna gives the intelligence to understand things a little more clearly. Like, it's Mexican ground you have to kiss. Amy says, yes, I kiss the ground that you walk on because I praise the glorious messenger of God. That's the secret. She learned the secret. But this is not from, I would say I could do a Jesus thing with her. Amy Rose, no man could reveal that to you, only God. It's true. You have to hear from the inspired message of God. If it's from a real messenger and not a Shiva, imitator, Shiva he puts out all these bullshitters out there, demigods too, the speculators. But if you hear the real message from a real empowered servant of the transcendental Lord, the message that delivers people, and you listen, then you'll get revelations. Then you can stand up and you can do something. You can do something to make a big difference in people's lives. People hearing like that and coming to those realizations, like the ones I mentioned earlier, they can do something. They make an impact. Can you tell that, Lalita, how that you make an impact now? Doesn't matter, people can't always accept. Of course, it's a strong message, man. It's like taking a shot of whiskey, man. Not everybody can take it. But still, they got the shot. Something went down. That's pure.
The proud ones cannot take it. It's pride.
But pride comes out, right? They got purified. You don't know, but the pride means that they got something to compete with, man. That means there's something there. It's just part of denial. See, the denial comes out, the pride. Yeah, it's all part of it. Yeah. Are we still broadcasting? Yeah, everything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Opened up here again. Yeah. All right. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simply by the causeless mercy of the devotees engaged in licking the honey from his lotus feet, even a fallen soul becomes eternally liberated. That's the path, man. Anybody teaching any other path, give it up, man. Give it up. Well, don't you want to be eternally liberated? Find the honey lickers. The honey lickers are the elephant that is in the room, man. It's pink. Licking all that honey. You know, tasting the meaning of these verses. That's what you hear. That's the purport you hear. You see, nobody can explain that unless you taste the meaning. Taste the meaning as you experience this eternal liberated condition. You're a honey licker. See, and there's two fortunate people in the world, the honey lickers and those who give respectful obeisances to the honey lickers. And that is the secret. That's how we're going to deliver people, because I'm going to pound this message into the ground like a nail. You can think about, oh, look at the blood of the Christian Jesus' hands nailed to the cross. I'm going to nail this truth to the cross. Nail it to the ground, pound it in like one of those things, a railroad spike. You ground this truth here, man. You pay your respect to the honey lickers. They're all here in this Sangha. And they're all honey lickers because they paid their respect to one honey licker. All it starts is one candle. Dance around the candle, man, and get lit. That's simple. That is the path. That's the postgraduate course. See, one verse, everything's in that one verse. And the Lord was pounding it, and pounding. His devotees are pounding that nail in the ground. That's called the highest Guru Tattva. You know how the one-eyes, they tell you, oh yeah, they get knowledge for themselves, right? Even Bhakti Vinod said, generally this knowledge is so great and so high, this mercy is too high to get, so they ascertain it for themselves. He was a honey licker, man. He could lick the honey of these things, but he didn't give it out. He didn't lick it in front of you. Not much, maybe a little bit. He ascertained these conclusions that I'm sharing on the order of this disciplic line, and get you over that hump, that offense, that fence of just giving respectful obeisances to Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Bhakti Vinod, and also these churned out gurus who are not like that. See what? And that's why you see they get the watered down result, which is they can't lick honey like their guru, right? Because I only give respect to these honey lickers. And you do too, and found the same result works, right? That's why we teach the prototype. Does anybody want to be a honey licker? Do you want to be eternally liberated? Because unless you're a honey licker, you are not eternally liberated. If you're licking these rules and licking the ceremonies, you're licking the outside of the jar, right? It's called external devotional service. Anybody ready to progress? So follow this verse. I told you. See, if you follow this opinion, you're following the opinion of those who are nourished by this bhakti, man. Gives them the power to ascertain the deeper purport of these opinions and preach it and direct people, not misdirect them. Redirect them into the narrow gate, into the kingdom. You got to face this word and see how it stands above all other conclusions. See? And then your paradigm, see, your conception is right on the money, which is Krishna, right on the wealth. There's no other way. This is why, you got to hear your way into the kingdom. Maya's always, see, it's all about hearing. Even these elites, even these demons, they know this. That's why they took over the media. So that they speak and you listen and you are subdued by that Maya. by that speculations, those material motivations. See? Our nature is to hear and act on that knowledge. And if that knowledge is full of shit and crap and dirt, it's like they want to fill your blood with dirt and all that stuff. And people go, well, the government said so. Even in our Sangha, some guys, we got one guy. Well, I ascertained all this, that it's good to put that in my body. Oh, you idiots. Sorry, you're just an idiot. You still don't believe me. What, you think I'm here? Oh, just speak spiritually, Gorhari. You know nothing. You're like, on the other levels, you're like everybody. Are you kidding, man? I know exactly what they're doing. I know what's in those things. This is part of my work, is Maya Tattva. Well, doctors are also, yeah. What doctors are you listening to, man? I listen, even on that level, I listen to doctors who have something to lose, like me. I could lose my head, man, by speaking like this. I challenge every illusion, things that people are afraid of, that even people here are afraid of. Okay? So I listen on that level. I listen to doctors who have lost their licenses for the service of mankind. That's a nice level. That's like Mahabharat level. They were teaching like that in Mahabharat. See? But everybody, you got to do that. You got to be a kind of like that. You got to be passionate about your message, And if something's wrong, you got to do what's right. And they do. So I listen to them because they have more of the truth. Otherwise, you're an idiot. You listen to others who are, If that's that way on the material level about your body, you better listen to a real authority on the spiritual body. See? And also, that's why Jesus lost his life. You got to be willing to put your life, for what you believe in. Okay? So why not? Not in all times you get such an opportunity. What is the body put this? We're all so fortunate to put our life on the line, huh? See, our life on the line. See, our life on the line. Lifeline. See, all these words, all about Krishna. Every friggin' thing's about Krishna. See, put your life on the line, man. Place your bets on the line, man. Even in gambling, they have a thing they call the line. You put your money on the line. Put your life on the line. Place your bets. I bet on this, man. I bet on Lord Caitanya's mercy above everything. Bet on this path above everything. I bet on this association more than anything. You become like that, man. You are out of here, man. You will be happy even in this life. Do you believe all this bullshit going on in the world and these bullshitters? And you give respect to their teachings and all that? No. Follow I teach like Prabodhananda Saraswati. This is a revival that preaching. Give up all these useless paths. See? And come to the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is here. Get the point? Where's my laser pointer? Oh, I don't need one, do I? Don't give me, there's so many other, okay, that's for fools. You want to stay foolish? Go out there, stay foolish. Even Prabhupada said this, that I read that thing yesterday. He said, Prabhupada said that this path is for intelligent people. It's true. But come here. Most people are fools, but you come here for a month or two, and Krishna will give you a brain. They'll give you some intelligence. You get it by hearing and getting purified. She's screwed you, man. She's screwing everybody. She's screwing you with these gurus. If they're not bona fide, if they don't have prema, man, you're getting more or less screwed. Give up that path. Why? Because this is available. If this isn't available, yeah, of course, what can you do? But should I say, oh, no, you follow those, it's okay, you'll get, no, it's not really okay. But if you think it's okay, if your opinion disagrees with this one, well, okay, man, free will, right? You can believe whatever you want. I'm still going to preach the truth. I'm going to preach that this is the best of all paths. To me, it's logical. The best of all paths is how you get liberated from the cycle of birth and death like that, as quick as possible. And you attain not only just liberation or salvation in Brahman, you attain the transcendental abode of Vrindavan. Oh yeah, that is the best. Oh, that is the greatest. That is the greatest path, where whoever's preaching that, you should be there. I can't help it. You don't understand that. So Krishna, somebody will be listening. Somebody might be suffering enough and ready to listen. That's why this is a great time. Usually nobody wants to surrender to the real path. That's why Krishna has all these slow paths, because nobody wants to surrender. But when deliverance is here, you'll get a prahlad. You'll get, like when Krishna Lila was here and they had the Kamsas and they had the Hiranyakashipus. Well, we got a situation. This is a living Bhagavatam example. We got the same thing. This will be in the Bhagavatam, because it's the same thing. You notice, why are all the stories of deliverance about these times when the Kamsa comes and the Hiranyakashipu comes and the King Venas come, the tyrants come? See? Because this squeezes the lazy demigods who got lazy, like this guy, nice guy, they're demigod types, get lots of money and everything, but know nothing about this, care nothing about this. They just want to accumulate more wealth. See, that's a demigod thing. They have good karma. It's not good enough to have good karma. More people come here with the bad karma because they're suffering, And Krishna's mercy, like to this guy, the government's coming after him, man. They're going to take all his Bitcoin away, probably. And then he might think, well, God, what? I got nothing to live for. Hey, I got something great for you to live for. You and everybody else like that. Oh, you come here. We'll teach you something to live for, and you'll live for it forever. You becoming an immortal person. See, you'll get real wealth. You'll store your wealth where moth and dust does not corrupt. Oh, who said that? Somebody said that. Who said that, Lalita? Jesus said that. See, we teach like that. See, that wealth. The devotees, the ones you pay your obeisances, you want to take you want to take the blue pill or the red pill? The red pill is the love of God. See, red, love, devotion. The red pill, yeah? Okay, you want the red pill? Come over here. We'll teach you. Pay your obeisances to the honey lickers. Associate with honey lickers. We got a lot of them here. See? And you'll become eternally liberated, even though you're a fallen soul. The blue pill, go to Vaidhi Bhakti. Stay around Vaidhi Bhaktis for more lifetimes. Do the ceremonies, do external worship. Listen to gurus who have not realized prema. Yeah? Here, even my disciples, some of them have realized prema bhakti. Can you imagine? No, you can't even imagine. That's why they're not here. They can't imagine that. So I have to speak publicly to the world that that's true. And all the hecklers will come. Yeah, laugh all you want. That's okay. I'm also going into Jerusalem on a donkey. All the Pharisees laughed at Jesus. They were glorifying them. Just like it's always a repeat like this, like you guys. These so-called intelligent Vaishnava scholars are doing the same thing the Pharisees did to the followers of Jesus. Jesus had all these ordinary people follow him, just like Nityananda, just like I do. All these ordinary people following him, glorifying, oh, he's the Bhakti Vedanta, like you guys. Always the same. Isn't it funny how it's a repeat? And Gohari's sitting on his ball, going into the kingdom, right? He's sitting on his ball, and Jesus was also, and they're all laughing, aren't they all? Gohar, always there. It's always like that. See, so you get in quicker. And that's the purification for them. They get to see that and laugh and all that stuff. That's how they got to get it out of them. Yeah. See, when deliverance is here, it's always the same, man. What does Krishna say? Fools deride me when I descend in my human form. Fools. And all these alleged scholars, and they come right out, and you find out their real position. We know they laugh at Krishna's representative. If they laugh at Krishna when he descends, you don't think they're going to laugh at Krishna's representative in the world? It's just like Krishna's here. Okay? The same kind of deliverance is here, actually more so when a devotee is here, because they teach you how to be a devotee. Krishna can't really do that. He's in the position as receiving obeisances. That's why he came in a position as a devotee. That's why he sends a Jesus in that mood of a devotee and prays and teaches you how to do it. Oh, we're going to make sure that people see there's an elephant in the room that they need to take notice of. Maya is very good at covering all these things up, and we're very good at uncovering things, disrobing the illusion. What do we got here? What are you guys saying? Lalita, give us a word. She's too drunk, probably.
Yeah, I am. I'm still drunk. Yeah, it is a real Jesus trip, Guru Maharaj. I felt this from in the beginning. It has always been a fight with the sword of the word against those who don't believe. When I went with the present that I received from you, and I was so excited, and I said, listen, I know somebody who gives you. I always, from in the beginning, has had all this hatred over me because of the pride, not wanting, because they think, yeah, but I'm a devotee for much longer than you, so how can you feel now? Oh, you think you're better than me now? You think, no, it's not about me, it's about Guru, it's about God, it's about Prem, it's about the Holy Spirit, it's about that presence. Come and listen, come. Yeah, but it's fantastic, it's fantastic, and it didn't stay like that. It's always growing. Oh my goodness. So many conversations from the Lord and explanations, and you cannot imagine. You start to have real relationship, daily conversations with the Lord. This is so unbelievable. And understanding from your past, and oh my God. And
That's
getting insight. Sorry?
That's the real wealth.
That's the real wealth. That is really the real wealth. Money, you cannot buy this with money, and they can give me all they want. I don't want anything else but this. This is a most fantastic life that somebody can imagine, because you carry this happiness with you all the time. There is no room for pain anymore. There is no room for hate. There is no room for anything else but this deep happiness from your connection that you have with the Lord. So
Krishna's happiness personified. If you're happy like this, with this kind of happiness, it means Krishna's with you. Krishna's living like with you. You're conscious of this relationship of what transcendental happiness is.
Yeah.
Is this relationship forever? That's really the game that's here, to win. This is the only important game to win. Is this association, like Harida, like Lord Caitanya said, oh, the only happiness I have is in your association. Both ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Krishna's happiness is in Maya, you could say it's Krishna's happiness, but it's material Krishna, material level. And it's very diminished. It's very limited. And that's why they say that's illusionary happiness, this sense gratification of the senses of the body that's going to disappear. But this transcendental senses, transcendental happiness. Oh man, this lasts forever. This is the purpose of Jesus coming, is to taste and transmit that. Lord Caitanya also, and us also. And because otherwise you only see half the thing. You're demons and demigods. That's what's going on in this world, or liberation at best. This is beyond all of that, transcends all of that, and it's available simply because we're here. It's been given us to do this.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is what religion can never give. This is back to the source, back to the core of the message. This is really a jewel. This is really a jewel.
Yeah. All right, great. So thanks, Lolita. Hey, River, what do you got to say? Very good. Thank you very much. Says it all. She said it all.
It does. Yeah, because Krishna's here and he's having fun. So he's here. Wow, I've had the greatest journey. I'm having the greatest journey by being on this ride with you, Maharaj, and the devotees. I like Lolita was just saying, I have been trying to learn, because they were the difficulties between relationships, to get rid of my hate and my anger and jealousy. They were the obstacles of real relationships, and the pride in those obstacles, you've cut them down. I couldn't cut them down. You did. Being able to have real relationship, because they've been, I don't know if they've been moved the whole lot, but to a degree where the Lord is comfortable more in me now, than ever before. And everything, with your words, it is with what the devotees are saying. Krishna is everywhere. He's in every word. The devotees, like Amy's saying things, he's in all these words. He's there just speaking to us in all the words that you are speaking to us. Can hear the Lord speaking to us deeper as well. You're, oh my God, Meninda, I was going to call you Meninda. Maharaj, what you have given us and what you have given me is a way to really live life, even though I have what I have, to really live life and walk with the Lord. You've made my dream come true, in the sense that I was trying to find out what that poem means, footprints. I live that poem now, every day walking, and him holding us, helping us to be strong. Thank you so much. It's just going, this is the beginning. I look at it, I'm going to take off soon. But you do. There's so much in each words that you use now. And with us, in rest and relaxation, opening up, being able to open up and really receive the Lord. You've made that all possible and so much more, so yeah, absolutely. Big up the guru, hold him up, You know, it's your fault. You're to blame for everything that's happening. You know, and I'm happy to blame you for that. You know, because that's where it all comes from. It comes from you. It comes from that energy, that vibration of Guru Tattva, you know, that brings, you know, surrender and faith and trust in the words that you speak, being able to lay ourselves open and to be able to stand up now on the front line because of your empowerment and empowering us. Truly, really, oh my gosh, so much courage and bravery and all of those things that I used to think, how do they do that? You know, like in the old films with the kings, you know, stand up for truth and honor and all of that kind of stuff. It's kind of real now.
Yeah, it's a living story now. Huh?
Yes, it's not a movie. This is a real movie.
You're the star.
The real superheroes. This is the only movie, actually, you know, to really watch because we're part of it. Yeah. Lolita says she hasn't been watching it, but she's part of the greatest movie. We are part of the greatest blockbuster movie, and we've just been led so much. And I can say some more, Maharaj, but that else I won't say anymore.
Right. Well, so great. Thank you, River. Govinda. Oop, you're muted again. You were okay first. Go ahead, try again. There you go.
Well. I just, what can I say? I mean,
yeah, thank you very much. That was good. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. No, go ahead.
A few days ago, I was thinking I wanted graffiti stencil, and today John gave me one. You know, everything, you just get everything on this path. I'm getting so much pleasure sharing a little bit about the modes of nature in the rooms. It's wonderful. I'm getting that energy. I had to lie down. I was going to go for a walk, but I just feel legless. When I see River laughing, it takes me to the pastimes of Krishna stealing butter. This morning, Lolita reading about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu being disorientated always makes me think of Lolita. Dancing around the kitchen this morning with John. I'm just rolling around on the floor in this happiness and deep happiness. And the world might be distracted, but it's all right because it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you need to evaluate. You see, Jesus used the you judge a tree by its fruit. So you judge a tree by its fruit. Usually, people here in the Maya, they're looking. How does this? They're looking at. They don't know how to judge a tree by its fruit. They don't. It's not clear. So they take advantage of that naturally because people trying to survive and live and so they do motivated things and everything. So people they try to make a tree look good even though it's not good. See, that's why they dress really nice. Like in business, people dress really nice and they try to look good because people respect that. They say, oh, this is a good tree. But the farthest you can go like that is only good. You could be inside a good person, but you still have to dress nice and everything because people are looking at your body. See, they're looking at, oh, this is a good tree. But inside, a lot of bad people dress really nice, a lot of demons. See, so they dress up and then people look external. See, this is external. Everything's external in the material universe, good or bad. See, good or bad. You're looking for the, everybody's looking for the good, right? But still, there's good and bad here, and the bad likes to dress up as good to appear good, and when it's really bad, and all kinds of crazy things going on. See? So the conclusive import of a good tree doesn't bear bad fruit is the deeper conclusion. It's not about good or bad. The transcendental tree, this is what you're looking for. This is what Lord Caitanya planted. Chapter 9, Adi Lila, the transcendental tree of devotion. Okay? That's what you're gonna. Any intelligent person, you come here, will give you intelligence. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. You'll get intelligence. See, if you come here, because you'll see like this. See, these are the witness there. They're eating from this tree and saying, you heard it yourself, everybody. Listen, you guys in Vaidhi Bhakti, you can give up that path if you're not getting results like this. See, this is the fruit of this preaching. Look at this extraordinary happiness from people taking this seriously, deeply. You want this kind of fruit or not? That's a simple thing. What kind of fruit are you getting from those trees of those gurus? See? If you're not getting as good as this, you can leave all of that. Why not? That's nothing. This is intelligence, not sentiment. Not saying, oh no, I just love. See, we hear this again and again. I just love I'll never leave my guru. But you go to is not bona fide unless he's a transcendental tree. You can leave it. There's no reaction to leaving. Matter of fact, there's only going to be showers of flowers upon you from the demigods, thinking you passed the terrible test. You left that which is mundane for what is spiritual. See, that's the Bhagavatam. See, Bali Maharaj left a guru who could raise the dead bodies. He couldn't raise the spiritual body that was dormant or dead. See, Vamanadev could because he was Shuddha Bhakti in person. See, there was a person there, and he was given opportunity for Shuddha Bhakti. That is here also. There's an opportunity for Shuddha Bhakti. See, you can do the Bhagavatam. I'm preaching real Bhagavatam. I'm preaching the real path. You follow this word, this opinion. This is the Bhagavatam opinion. You can follow it. You can trust it. Otherwise, you can check it. You should check it out there. Those who are wondering, can I leave my gurus even for this? You look at that story with Bali Maharaj and you see he left a guru and they're not even a fraction as powerful as that guru. If they don't have any prema, you can leave them. Why? Because this is available. Your opportunity for Shuddha Bhakti is available. We prove it every day. We show it every day. We show you the power of Lord Caitanya, and the real line and its blessing to give prema is here. Now, nailed into the ground. The flag of Lord Caitanya is here. The liberal, munificent, magnificent Lord Caitanya's mercy is here. You can leave everything for this. You don't even have to leave it. Just don't tell them what you're doing, because you're still too weak to just do it. You can, whatever, by hook or crook, if you get here and listen to this message and become strong, and you'll overcome all illusions, all misconceptions, and everything. How do you know? Well, at least check. If you don't believe my word, how about the witness program? They're doing that. Look how happy they are. Are you as happy as them? You should follow their path, and then you'll get that kind of happiness. Hey, it's time. This is the preaching of the Acharyas 550 years ago, who realized the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Well, do you see? Another person has realized the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You're realizing the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Look how your lives have changed and transformed. So it's real. It's true. It's preachable. And you're not misleading people. You're leading them into the gate of eternal perfection and from freedom from the cycle of birth and death that these guys can't get you out of. Go ahead there, Govinda.
Yeah, and furthermore, like just take the situation I'm living in. If this was 10 years ago, if I wasn't in your association, no job, nowhere to live, little resources, none coming in, I'd be worried. Worried, that's an understatement. I'll be anxious. I'd be wanting to blot out with buying alcohol that I couldn't afford, but I get it.
Yeah.
But this, I don't have any worries, Guru Maharaj. Yesterday, I walked that 10 miles to get the water.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one here, and I think their sign's moody. I think they put those signs up, don't drink the water. But as I said to John, we'll test it. I think you can. There's 10 meters away from it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I got 10 miles, walked 3 miles back. This fella stopped his car and gave me a lift the whole other rest of the journey. And just things like that happen. I don't worry, but on paper, I know I'd be worrying if I hadn't met you, my situation. It's amazing what you give. And we can relate that to your life story, the many incidences when you've received these gifts. The gifts keep coming and coming. I mean, they're just...
Yeah, there was a time when I actually renounced everything and I just went walking down the road. The hardest thing was to give everything away. People didn't want to take the money or anything. It was weird. I was in New York, and I just felt inspired to, I just did that, and everything like Govinda, Krishna provided, literally. So, we go through different stages and phases. It's amazing. It's a testament of how the Lord does protect and provide and all that. It's amazing, the whole thing. Yeah. If you get tired of living that way, you might want to get your benefits back, too. I mean, you can always do that, probably.
I'm kind of out the system. I'm kind of so far out the system now that I don't think it. And they would do me for the things that I've done that are a bit moody. It would be a difficult one. There'd be a court case. They would be difficult. It wouldn't work. It would not work.
Okay, so you do whatever you want to do. Yeah. I mean, if you need to, you can always get a job. Maybe so. Right now, you're doing that. Yeah.
The possibility of labouring work is always there. Building work is always there for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always there. Yeah.
This is a good test of the lifestyle. It builds faith.
Oh, totally. There's no way that I would even really go through getting benefits. I'm not going to walk that path. It would cost too much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. You depend on our real big brother and big father, the Lord. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, I didn't even get through the first verse. Let's see if we read a little more here. So simply by the causeless mercy of the devotees engaged in licking the honey from his lotus feet, even a fallen soul becomes eternally liberated. Again, do you see how important it is to get association with devotees who can taste the transcendental name of Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna and the pastimes? Taste the meaning of these? Because you can become eternally liberated. That's the only practical path. And if you're not becoming eternally liberated, or you don't see anybody, like I was in all these sanghas. I was in ISKCON, I was in Gaudiya Samiti, and I was in the Radhakund Babajis, and I didn't see anybody I could say was getting eternally liberated, including myself. I mean, here, I'm seeing people becoming eternally. So I know this works. I don't care if these people don't know. Well, why don't you agree? Don't you see how big Narayan Raj was? How big ISKCON is? How big the Gaudiya, the Samiti is? How big the Radhakund Babajis are? Don't you see? They're all glorious. And I'm looking at the honey lickers. I'm looking at Who is showing me the example of this book in living color? I only see that here. This must be 1 out of 1,000,000 people who hardly knows Krishna in truth. Must be, because I only seen it here. You guys are following the path of paying respects to a honey liquor, and you're becoming eternally liberated right before the eyes of the people. Hey, there's an elephant in the room. Anybody see it yet? No, I'm a goat, man. I don't know. Well, keep taking a peek over here, and we'll continue on with this preaching. And you can see how true it is. See, truth means truth. True, real. See, the verse is explaining what happened 550 years. Those who paid respects to the honey liquors and their preaching and their ecstasy became eternally liberated souls. Well, that's happening here again. Where else is it happening? Nowhere I've seen from the section I saw. Where are those exhibiting the symptoms of honey licking like Lalita and River and Govinda and Johan and others? Where is their uncommon abilities like to stand up for the truth and to preach deep, conclusive understanding and to appreciate these high conceptions of Chaitanya Leela, the postgraduate studies of Krishna consciousness? Where do you see that? I can't even see. I listened to Acharya Dev, who has all those PhDs and all those followers, all those titles, Acharya Dev and all that stuff. But I don't see what's here. I don't see them have any symptoms that my students have. Gohari, why are you commenting like this? Why do you have to say these things? Why do you have to point out such truths? Because I'm into truth, for God's sake. And you should be too if you want to be eternally liberated. Don't you have that desire? Oh, no, I never thought my guru never transferred that desire to me. Yeah, because he doesn't have it. He's having too good a time there, having you as followers. And he can't even liberate you. And you believe that. It's like people believe in the government or the Pope. Oh, I believe the Pope. He's going to liberate me, but he can't, and he doesn't. And you know it in your hearts. You know, well, you don't know it. Well, your heart knows it, but you don't know your heart. So we have to show you Krishna's heart. You look at the devotees here who have captured Krishna's heart. They have symptoms. They're honey lickers. They cry, they laugh, they choke up like the books teach. Chaitanya Leela teaches. Oh, I forgot about Tom. Hey, Tom, give us a word.
I have to find the... Does the sound work?
Yeah, it's working good now.
So my train of thoughts was like, aren't we not preaching for the choir? There it started when I was listening. Uh-huh. Aren't we preaching to the choir? And
what's that mean?
That there is no much communication with the outside, with the outsiders. We are only sitting on a table and eating our transcendental food and bliss, be blessed out, be happy, and there is no communication outside. So that was my first thought. Uh-huh. And then I went on listening, and I thought, but that is better than throwing your pearls before the swines. That's the other saying. Yes, mm-hmm. If you just take your precious food and ecstasy and throw it out of the window, and the people, they cannot appreciate, then it's a waste of time also. So I was thinking about that. So the end of the story is that
oh, wait. Let's take that before you go on, because you mentioned something. Could you imagine, say you were in the audience and you're listening, device into a coffee shop. Okay. Yeah. Say you're like, you're listening to the conversation of Arjuna, like Sanjaya was, okay? And you're saying, what's he just preaching to Arjuna for? You know, nobody else is benefiting. You know, why is he just preaching to Arjuna? Well, and leaving out everybody else and all that stuff, and just preaching to the choir, right? The Arjuna accepts him and all that. Why is he doing that? Why? Do you see the result now? Okay. The result now is the whole world, well, much of the world knows Bhagavad Gita. Many saints have been liberated by that conversation between two people. How about Maharaj Parikshit is speaking, or Shukadev Goswami is speaking to Shukadev Goswami? See? That conversation liberated so many people. Why did Jesus just preach to the choir of 11 people and just give parables to? Yeah, go ahead, Lalita.
I think Lord Caitanya boiled the milk first with his devotees, with his closest associates. Boil the milk first until it was very condensed before you go out. You've got to be strong yourself first before you're going to share. The Sangha needs to be strong.
Yeah.
We need to be good preachers who know what we are saying.
Yeah, that's a good part of that there. So yeah, go ahead.
And also, everybody in this Sangha, wherever they are, can go into, I'm going to use Narcotics Anonymous, I'm going to use 12-Step Fellowship, and places such as that, and share the basics. You don't have to give a whole, but you can share, because in Narcotics Anonymous, you can share about your strengths, hope, and experiences. Mm-hmm. You can put a little seed in people's head and share, well, everybody's addicted in this world due to the modes of nature, ignorance, passion, goodness, and put that out there and make friends with people. So what's happening here is going far beyond the choir, Tom, for those who are strong. You may not be able to go out and preach in that way, but this is going far beyond the choir. Do you know how beautiful it is to share with people the modes of nature who've never heard about it, to share why they're suffering, to give them an inroad after the meeting to come up to me and say, oh, well, that was interesting. I like what you share, which people are doing. I make friendships. We make a bridge. It's a bridge too far for a lot of people to come here and understand what's going on. If we don't get out there, you can sit there and say, oh, we're preaching to choir. Why don't you go to a coffee shop, a park?
No,
and so
okay.
Okay.
Aside from that,
I choose to listen here. That's the first thing.
Just okay, listen to this. Listen to this. This is where it starts. And these, you say, well, you just preach. What are you talking about, man? Get off your ass, somebody, if you hear this message. Write down these things like the Christians did. This is not even in the Bible, for God's sake, these things. These are not in Prabhupada. They're in Prabhupada's books, but need to be extracted, and they were extracted. Right? You think, well, you're preaching the choir. Well, get there and transcribe and put these things up on the websites and do all this stuff. Get the friggin' message out. Get people to hear it. Don't tell me, well, I'm preaching to the choir. Well, get off your ass and do some work, Tom, or anybody else. Get this stuff out, man. Write down aphorisms. Do like the people are doing with, like Radhanath. All his new age sayings are going out, but Goharis are not. I'm just preaching to the choir because you're not getting off your ass, Tom. Move around instead of your little dreamy things. Get up, do something, put some stuff on the websites, for God's sakes. You ask me all the time, what can I do? Well, do that.
I'm doing it, but there are few who watch it.
So what? Keep doing it, man. I preached to an empty camera for 20-something years to get 19 people here listening.
I'm not complaining, by the way. This is just an inquiry, just how it works. And it seems you are very on fire
I'm
now.
aggressive because
Yes, yes,
it's
okay.
You're too mellow for me, man. I'm just too dreamy.
It's all for my progress, for my
Get you some energy, man.
to wake up. Yes, I need this energy, this fire.
Yeah. Good.
So
throw cold water on you a little bit. Give me some cold water. Throw it on top.
Yes, I just did that. Yes, I had some cold water on my face and a cold shower.
Yeah, so don't tell me I'm preaching to the choir, man. Hey, man, we got to have a choir first, right?
I was not telling you. I was asking myself.
I know.
Yeah, how does this work? How to become more functional? How to become bhakti in practice?
Yeah. I don't always bring the message. I wish I could give it with sweet words. Mellow and sweet. I'm just kind of a mean guy. Kind of bring it out with coarse and with raspiness, passion. The passion.
Yeah.
Actually, you could make it. You could. You know what you could do? You could title it AA, aphorisms, Avadu aphorisms. Just title something, get them out there and bloody do it, man. There's not enough. Let's do it.
Yeah, I feel it's the energy of shaking a tree. Yes, if you want coconuts from the tree, you have to shake it. You have to shake it. Shake it, and eat a coconut. Of course, we can eat coconut here. Yes, I just did. And drink from the water coming from Caitanya. Yes, the water here. And yes, and then I want to I don't want to sit like a duck. I want to go and preach and shake the tree. Yes, but I have to learn that. Yes, and you're right. Govinda is a great example. He was here, and we just went out and had some. We just mixed with the people. Yes, and I like it very much to do this with 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, 2. It's better
not alone.
Two
So
or three.
I really like this association with Govinda and even what's his name? Karuna. Yes, his name is compassion. Yes. So this is a drive I also need. And I want to go again to Johan's and to Fanny to visit her.
Yeah.
And there has to be. This is not sitting here. It doesn't. I can. If you give a lion food every time,
Yeah.
he will die because of a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's my story. If I'm so spoiled, I get social service.
Yeah.
I don't have to work. So what's happening to me? I'm like this lion who gets food, and I feel my heart becomes heavy.
Yeah.
So I have to watch out. I don't get a heart attack of doing nothing and sitting like a duck while I'm a lion.
Yeah.
And
I
Tom,
think that's a good lesson for all of us. Go ahead there, Govinda.
yeah, and Tom,
Great
I mean,
idea.
I suggested to you sell that piano in your thing. I'm not wanting the money, but you could send it to Gora Hari. I bet you haven't done anything about selling the piano that's sitting there, or have you? Surprise me.
That's the same story. It's like how do you call it? Dead weight. that
Yeah,
way.
well, sell the thing, and send the money to Gora Hari, or as he says, make some aphorisms and get them out there. Because I put suggestions to you, but you never take them up. So
Yeah, but
I keep.
what I say, I look at myself. Why it doesn't function? Yes, and it's the same again. I need you. I need association. I was thinking,
Drive.
yeah,
Come
I
to
need
England then.
you are the seller. I cannot do it by myself. I have not that. I would like to do, but I have no experience. I have no.
So are you inviting him over to come and stay with you for a
Yes,
while? Okay, there you
of
go,
course.
Govinda. Get
He
your ass
knows. He
over
knows
there.
that. We talked about that. He knows that.
What are you doing? Why are you laying around there, Govinda? You should be over this place, man. You know, going out there together, 2 by 2.
Yeah.
Jesus sent them out, man.
He said he had no passport.
Oh, you have no passport? No passport?
I've got no digital ID whatsoever.
What happened to it? And didn't you have? You used to have.
I used to have a passport, and I lost it. It got. Yeah.
So you need to get one again, right?
He doesn't want. He doesn't want.
I'm very happy in England and meeting the people that I'm meeting, but
What do you need to get a digital passport?
you need an interview to get a passport now. When I was listening to this lady, you have to have an interview. I'm not going to go through that, but I don't think. And it obviously finances. It's not going to happen. I've got enough people to visit here and meeting new people.
Okay.
But what Tom's saying, yeah.
All right. So devotional services, you got to be practical with it. So that's not going to work for him.
Not going to work.
Yeah, he's not interested right now. Okay, so that's that. But that's a good thing. Other people can visit Tom, or Tom can visit other people.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Come to England.
Of visiting.
Why don't you go to England? Yeah.
Come to England, man.
Yes.
Come to England. We've got.
I did it before. I can do it again.
Put some musical equipment in the car. There's free festivals happening all over England in the summer. We just turn up there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Just turn up in England, man.
Yeah,
Come to England. England's a lot better than Belgium and Holland. Holland and Belgium are too conservative. Too conservative over there. Come over here.
I'm thinking about going to Mexico. It's a little bit warmer.
No.
Do whatever.
Just go around there right now. Don't come here. No.
He doesn't want me to come.
No, I don't want. No. It's too big of a stretch, and I think it's too big. It's better that you go closer.
But again, then I need this association. That's the end of the.
Yeah, well, you got this associate. Yeah, you hang out with Govinda and all that, So anyway, Krishna will give you some creative ideas.
Yeah, I hope I will not get a heart attack first. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah. So yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Everybody should understand. Yeah, because we get a lot of food. We got to use this food. Boy, look at all these comments. My goodness.
People, this is waking up. This is what's I'm expressing my heart. Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Come on.
It's part of waking up. That's great.
I want to be functional bhakti. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. People are coming alive now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Another verse here. Let's see here. The next year, all the devotees of Bengal went to visit Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as previously. The Lord met each and every one of them. Thus, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastimes with his devotees. Then a learned scholar named Vallabhabhata went to Jagannath Puri to meet the Lord. When Vallabhabhata arrived, he offered his obeisances. Oh, actually, let's see. let's see here. You want to read there, Tom? Start reading where I'm at.
Can you say again the place?
Okay, the place is Anchalila, chapter 7, verse number 4.
Antya 7:4. The meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Vallabha Bhatta. Jai Shri
verse
Krishna
4.
Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita, Jai Shri Lakaraidas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thus, Sri Chaitanya, wait, let me move the tab. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastimes with his devotees. Yes. Then a learned scholar named Vallabha Bhatta went to Jagannath Puri to meet the Lord. Oh. When Vallabha Bhatta arrived, he offered his obeisances at the lotus feet of the Lord.
Actually, I think I want to have Lalita, you read.
I'm too enthusiastic.
Sorry, I just want to read right now. This feels right. See what happens.
You want me to read?
Yes.
Okay. We were on verse text 6. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. With great respect, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he seated Vallabha Bhatta near him, and then Vallabha Bhatta, very humbly, he began to speak. I think there is an echo, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. For a long time, he said, I have desired to see you, my Lord. Now, Lord Jagannath has fulfilled this desire. Therefore, I am seeing you. One who receives your audience is fortunate indeed. For you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Since one who remembers you is purified, why should it be astonishing that one becomes purified by seeing you? One who immediately purifies his entire house simply by remembering exalted personalities, to say nothing of directly seeing them, touching their lotus feet, washing their feet, or offering them places to sit.
See, the emphasis is always on the exalted personalities. You notice that? It's always on that. And, everything is so true here. See, for a long time, he said, I have desired to see you, my Lord. Now, Lord Jagannath has fulfilled that desire. Therefore, I am seeing you. That's what you get from association with real devotees. You get that desire to see the Lord because they desire to see the Lord and nobody else does. I'm telling you, these gurus, if they don't have a desire, that you're following often people, they don't have a desire to see the Lord. The Lord is Satchidananda. If they had a desire to see the Lord, I guarantee you they would be here, but they're not. They're also not, they're just as good as they're not any better than you spiritually. They're not awakened. They're not miserable enough or not intelligent enough. Whatever it is, they don't have the mercy. Because if they really desired to see the Lord would send them here so that they can be purified of all their bullshit ideas. They're becoming taking on disciples who are praying to them to be delivered, and they can't deliver them. That is hypocrisy. So if they don't pray first, you pray. If you listen to this message, if you are praying to meet the Lord, then he'll send you to his devotees we meet the Lord every day and prove it. I can't help it that people don't realize that, don't see that. Every day we're meeting the Lord. We have the symptoms of meeting the Lord. If you were back 550 years ago, you would see devotees meeting the Lord, and they became ecstatic with the tears and the laughter and all that. Well, we meet him by mantra because the Lord is in the unseen right now. But we see him by mantra and prove that we have the mercy of Lord Caitanya, the path of prema. There's no other way to get a real. Does anybody want to see the Lord? Does anybody have that ardent desire? Well, he'll lead you here first, because they can't help you unless they got prema. And I haven't found one guru out there that has prema. Not even one I was impressed with. Because I didn't see them impressing prema in anybody. Except here. See, for a long time, I have desired to see you, Lord. Now I have seen you. So by the mercy of Krishna, when you have a desire like that, by the mercy of Krishna, everything in the book comes true. You live the storybook. It becomes a living reality for you. By the mercy of your desire to meet with Krishna, by the mercy of Krishna, it gives you that kind of guru that we're showing and teaching, and about Guru Tattva. And then by the mercy of that guru, the Lord will come to you. You're pleased, you follow the path of his real representative in the world. The book is the real representative, but it has to be represented by a living devotee, a living guru. Otherwise, proof is you got the Rhythmics out there and you got the living dead gurus. They don't obviously represent the book as it is. Otherwise, they'd have this result, right? Because I'm not holding back. I'm telling you the conclusive truth about all tattvas. And Krishna is pleased to give himself to you, just like the verses all say. Oh, you devotees, you actually have real love for me. Therefore, I give my transcendental body to you. You can sell it to anybody. You see, I'm doing it right now. Whoever will believe in this sales pitch, that's our money. It's not sell it with money, you fools. Sales pitch, man. If you take this pitch and accept the sales pitch like Lalita did and Govinda did, and you're sold on this preaching. This is your paying attention, is your money here. You're sold on a sales pitch. The verse will kick in and it'll kick in you. You'll have the birth of Krishna. Lord Caitanya, love for God will awaken in you. See, that's proof that this is all by the book. It works because the real situation is here. You must have such a real situation. Sold. Sold for that person who paid close attention to this preaching. Sold again to Govinda. Sold again to Lalita. Sold to Tom. Sold to whoever's listening. Sold to Andromeda. Krishna, the love will be given to you so that you can relish these things.
Isn't it fascinating? Isn't it? It's always fascinating. I know Tom likes this as well. The words, it all comes from Krishna. Soul, sold, and soldering. When you weld something together, soldering. Krishna's in soldering, like when you join metal to metal, but soldering and welding. Soul's in there. Sold. Krishna is literally in everything, and what we see that everybody's serving Krishna, Chaitanya, but being able to help people become conscious, that's so happy. That makes my heart so happy.
Yeah.
And Krishna is speaking to us in many instances and situations, in people and that we meet, and we can help them become conscious, Krishna conscious, of their relationship. I know I shared about it previously, but I'm getting a great joy again being introduced back into the rooms by people who are in early recovery. And it's a great opportunity. And I feel so blessed, and I feel so grateful and humbled to be hearing people's journey and experiences. And we have something massive to give them. And I've got a balance. I've learned now that sometimes you can say too much, so a little feeder, a little kind of inroad, and like you shared with us and learnt us, friendships from that can come so much. It's amazing. I feel so grateful, so happy. I have an amazing life. I can't possibly think about getting a passport and all the logistics of everything like that, or getting benefits back. I just live in the moment and know, because for me, seek the kingdom of God and all else is added, is I listen to you. There's no, I'm not seeking a deity. I'm not seeking some big fancy temple. I'm seeking your words, because when I first heard them, and still today, they affected devotion. Even on the farm, tears were rolling down my eyes. And I know everything's in your words. You shared that verse that I love so much. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. I can't say.
That's why, you have to become intelligent. You have to become intelligent by the intelligent by hearing. See, otherwise you're a fool. If you don't hear from a empowered representative of the Lord, you stay foolish. Doesn't matter. Everybody's a fool, and because even if you weren't foolish and you were intelligent because you got the mercy of the Lord, you'll go and listen to people. You listen to his empowered representative. And that's why those people who do that, they lose their foolishness. They get real intelligence. Krishna blesses them with intelligence, blesses them with everything, blesses them with real knowledge, real transcendental happiness. Of that is his association. This is the pearl of great price, is attained right here in this Sangha, man. And we prove it all the time. You're proving it by your witness. It's proven to me. That's why I go on preaching. If I saw that there was no transcendental result here from this preaching, I would give it up. I'd say, oh, it doesn't work. See? But they don't give it up, do they? Because they don't care about a transcendental result. I do. I think it's everything. This is the whole purpose of living. Otherwise, I would go and jump in the Ganga, and well, it's pretty far away. I'll go jump in the ocean. I'll let the sharks eat me up like this lady wants to do. What good would life be without this relationship with the Lord? And I'll tell you, man, once you get it, you'll know reality, and that'll be your life and soul. That's the whole purpose. Well, part of the purpose of the first primary thing is to relish this relationship, and the spin-off is, yeah, man, you got to get this, man. You got to try this. You got to, oh man, this is so nice. This is so wonderful to have an eternal relationship, that you can't get out there. Nobody can reciprocate. No woman is beautiful enough or intelligent enough or chaste enough, and vice versa with the man. They're not strong enough. They're not anything. Only this within relationship that all realized souls really have. Okay? And we have the opportunity to transmit it easier than anybody else has ever transmitted it, other than the Lord when he was here. He gave that ease to his devotees, and he's given that ease of transmission again. Very practical. Whatever purification or ghosts or demons are inside you picked up listening to these bogus politicians or these bogus gurus who don't have prema. You're bogus. If you don't have prema now, when this preaching is here, it's all bogus. What are you misleading your disciples for? You need to come here, they need to come here and get this mercy quick. There's no other meaning to advancing in spiritual life other than the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Otherwise, you will spin your wheels and you will die without real bhakti and being delivered. It's proven to me again and again and again. Not even these gurus has shown me that they got the mercy of Lord Caitanya. It's just like the book says, one out of many thousands of self-realized persons, hardly one of them knows me in truth. And those one, man, what a difference they make in people's lives. No one, the par excellence, man, summum bonum difference. No, one that no one else can do. That's how narrow the gate is. Jesus knew what he had. Lord Caitanya knew what he had. And Gaur Haridas is learning what he has too. He's got a pearl, man. Govinda. He's drunk as a skunk again. Preaching is like unbelievable. It's really wild, isn't it? It's like like going on a prairie with these wild horses, just running wild. Yeah, go ahead, Lalita. What?
If you want to preach, the Lord brings you people to preach to, you know. There is here in the station an old man who is cleaning the toilets. An old man, he has debts, and he does it. He's very clean, and he has his Bible always with him, with all kinds of post-its with it, and he has it in a cupboard. And then, oh my God, he speaks French, and he makes poems in Dutch full of faults. And then he asked me, what do you think about it? And he hangs it on all the doors in the toilets. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. And then he asked me to translate it in our language, in Dutch. Those people, it's nice. I walk all the way there to the station of Ostend to have a talk with him, you know. These are nice conversations. I don't need to immediately talk about Lord Caitanya, and I don't need to say that immediately. I built on a nice relationship, and he's so happy because he can talk about God and It's nice.
Yeah,
These are nice encounters.
Yeah, this verse is fantastic. These verses, there's so much life in them here. Okay, so one who receives you, I've read that. One who remembers you is purified. Why should it be astonishing that one becomes purified by seeing you? Yeah, and so when you go really deep into that verse, see, one is purified by what did he say? By remembering you. See, that's the idea. Prabhupada, everybody chant Krishna's name, you're purified by hearing the name. See, you're purified by remembering the name. So we got everybody chant. So they're all chanting, remembering. You're purified, more or less. Depends on your association usually too. And that's a very slow progress because there are offenses in your chanting. See? But by seeing you, now that seeing is a very important part. One is really purified. Why should it be surprising? By seeing you, one is purified, because that's where it's all leading to. All you guys out there chanting and all those big organizations like ISKCON and all that, it's all leading. You're chanting, but it's all leading to seeing Krishna. Oh, do you want a quick trip to that seeing Krishna? Well, that's those who see Krishna are purified. See, because when Krishna, I could chant one name, and if Krishna appears, and he usually does, like Lalita, she just chants one name and Krishna appears. See, her love for Krishna appears. One is purified. 1,000 times from better than 1,000 names of Krishna with no ecstasy of the appearance. Because when Krishna really appears close to you and you recognize Krishna, you realize Krishna, oh, now springtime, this now you see reality. You see reality as a perception of reality. See, an experience of reality is seen. Not seen and not seen. You're remembering Krishna. But when you remember Krishna and ecstasy awakens, see, now you're seeing Krishna. The ecstatic love awakens simultaneously. The truth of Krishna awakens. And the best way to get that is Guru, real Guru. Real Guru who's perceiving that Krishna and showing the example of that. And then you get all of these desires. Oh, for a long time, you'll be thinking, for a long time, man, if you're one of these slow learners, you'll also start thinking, for a long time, I wanted to see Krishna like Lalita Ganga does. See, and the Lord starts reciprocating, giving your desire, because now you're finally desiring something eternal and not something temporary. I'm desiring, I want to be sannyas. You know how many of those sannyasis wanted to be sannyas? Wanting to be guru. From the very beginning, they wanted to be guru, wanted to be sannyas. See, that's what they wanted. And what did Krishna do? He gave it to them. Yeah, okay, I can use a foolish guru to give my beginning foolish disciples something. Foolish people who want me, but don't really, they want, like let's have a disciplic line of fools, people who want to be sannyas and want to be gurus. That's why they're kicked out of here. I don't have to do it usually. Krishna kicks you out if you want to be a big teacher, a big sannyasi or something, instead of big bhakti. People here that stay here, they want big bhakti. They want big closeness with God. They see everything comes from that, like Govinda's preaching, right? He's got what he wants, this intimate relationship with the Lord. And whatever comes or doesn't come is okay because he's free. What a great example. Lord Caitanya had many examples. He didn't even overturn their situations. So he let that go, what's his name, roll, Sukalambara Brahmachari. He stayed poor, because he was happy. He wanted people to see. Their happiness is not depending on a material situation. And then people had money, they didn't have money, didn't matter. Are you a devotee of Lord Caitanya is the question. Wealthy or no wealth. Are you a devotee of Lord Caitanya? Because if you are, you're the most desirable person in this universe to be around. Demigods want to be around you. You can preach to demigods. I can preach to sannyasis, demigods, anybody. Bring me a dog and I'll preach to the dog. See, we already proved it. People don't even know the language. They experience. That's a great preaching point, man. You should get people a lot of confidence, man. You hear the sound vibration and you become enlightened and delivered. Look at Lalita after a week of listening to videos she didn't understand. Boom, Krishna appeared. He saw her heart was sincere. She really wanted the truth. She didn't even wait for her to learn English.
And Larita Madhava, who is almost deaf. Jan, he's almost deaf.
Yeah,
he's
Lalita
almost deaf. Yeah, and he still doesn't understand English.
Yeah.
And when I see him out there with his chariot with Guru Haridas on the back, he's just out there, man. I just feel so nice in my heart when I see him. Yeah. His devotion is so pure. He's so devoted to you and sharing the mantra with people out there in Ostend. When I see him doing his bhajans, I just smile and I'm so happy.
Yeah, people think you're a fool when you're a disciple of a living guru, a real one. See, they'll think because fools deride people, even the followers at first. See, that's the test. But they don't, but followers of Jaipataka and all that, Maya doesn't care. Oh, well, you know, they're no big deal. They're no threat. This is the threat to Maya. That's why you get the test here. See? This is the threat. Because if people take this serious, this preaching, Maya cannot hold on to you. You just slip right out of her grasp, man. She knows it. That's why she tests people here. You know, and that's okay. You know, it's good for me too, because I don't want a bunch of, you know, people that are like, you know, that's not ready for this. You're ready, you know, the Lord will, you know, he'll get you ready. You know, you go follow these gurus without devotion and prema for a year or 2 years, 10 years, or a couple lifetimes. Then you'll figure it out. Until you find the real deliverer in this world, which is person. What is a real deliverer? What do they deliver you? God. A relationship with God. That's real deliverance. You're either bona fide or you're not, man. You know, you gotta be eating this bread, man. You gotta eat the bread of life, and people gotta see that you're real. You know, the problem is people don't know the value of somebody eating the bread of life. They don't know what does it look like a person eating that transcendental bread Jesus was talking about, or Lord Caitanya was talking. They don't know what it looks like. Why? Because their gurus can't show them, or won't show them. Usually, they can't show them. Therefore, they preach something else is important. Like Devananda Pandit wasn't he preaching something else was important? Oh, yeah. Something else is important. Let me teach you. It's always the same thing. Oh, austerities are important. Oh, yeah, renunciate. Be like me, austere, renounce. Then you'll earn your way to God. See, nobody preaches what Gohari is preaching here. What I say, no, just get the mercy like we've got the mercy. The mercy is here. It's just a fact, man. When we chant Krishna's name, we laugh, we cry, we're blushed out and drunk on the name. Man, that's the path, are the devotees who are that association. That's the path. It's always been the path and always will be the path. It's the narrow gate. This slaps Maya in the face and knocks her for a loop. All illusions go way far away from this kind of preaching. And you're just a fool if you go far away from this preaching. Those who stay in this protective circle of these conceptions that are very true, proven every day, solidly proved every day. I show you every day the same message in every verse. Associate with the devotees who are honey lickers, so many ways. To those who worship me with love and devotion, ecstatic love, loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. See, same verse. Every verse is saying the same thing. This is the message for the universe. Come into the association of the honey lickers who got the real mercy, who worship the Lord like Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in loving ecstasy. See? They have the right understanding. Listen to them. They'll tell you how to get to God quick. They have the real transcendental knowledge. They'll give it to you if you believe in them and believe their word. And if you don't believe them, you stay around and they'll convince you. That's how powerful this is here. I'll prove to you no one preaches like this. I can't preach to you like this unless something very strong is behind this preaching. I told you Prabhupada gave the order vehemently with ecstatic gusto. It's my full approval. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. Do more of this. Liberate my disciples who will listen to you. Show that freedom. Your disciples will stand up and testify. They are eating the solid food of transcendental name of God. See, they got it. And they can give it also. When you understand this simple message, see, you found the path, you found the Ras, you found eternal life, you found everything. Inspiration, purification. What don't you find? Look at Govinda. He doesn't have nothing. He's happy. Yeah, you show me anybody with a lot of money, with a lot of disciples. Show me any guru is happy. That's your example, Govinda. Show us any guru that's as happy as Govinda. And unless they have real bhakti, they won't show it. They can't show it. And you guys don't know they should show it unless you come here. And I'll tell you the straight out truth. I'll give you the clear, logical truth about what's going on in this world, and you'll see it. You stay around, it'll just take the cobwebs off your muddled mind. We have clarity here. We have clear logic. We'll teach you a reasonable God. You won't have to, like run away from God because you can't believe a father would kill his son. There are a lot of intelligent people, at least, they think, I'm sorry, I can't accept that. So whether you accept that or not, it doesn't matter. You come here and we'll show you the God, with conclusive Lord, is reasonable, logical. He's the most intelligent and the most happy and ecstatic, and we prove it every day. There ain't nothing like this preaching in word and in deed. Indeed. See, isn't that a good one there, Govinda? Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Meanings there. Indeed and indeed.
And the clarity, that pastime that
I'm pitching a lot. I'm not throwing any curveballs here either.
Indeed.
It's straight down the middle, man. Strike one for Maya. Strike two. Strike three. You're out. See, preaching to the choir again, Tom. See, all these verses, there's so much in this. One who receives your audience is fortunate indeed. Isn't it amazing? Because all I do is comment on what I see here, man. Man, I see you guys. That's all. What is your testimony? I'm so fortunate. You show the world that you've got the good fortune. Basically testimonies. Hey, I'm so fortunate.
When Krishna, when you lifted Govardhan Hill,
relationship with the Lord is so wonderful, man.
Yes.
It makes my life so perfect. Oh man, what more can you see? That's the witness program. I'm so grateful. I'm so fortunate. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. And everybody's start to lick at their chops. Oh, we want that too. Well, okay, we got another Raganuga candidate. You also want to be like this? Man, I'm so fortunate because the Lord gives me this intelligence, man, to know what is important in life. I'm so fortunate because I get purified just thinking of the Lord, and ecstasy awakens. I'm so fortunate to have friends like this, of this caliber and quality. God, if you're not thinking like, I just want to be around devotees like this, you are not very fortunate because you're not thinking straight. You come hang out with these devotees and you'll see what is clean, what is pure, what is purifying, what is intelligent, what is ecstatic, what is real happiness. Where else are you going to get such an immersion in truth? Living truth, live with a living God. They certainly can't give you the experience. So give up all that stuff, man. Come over here and have a great time. Hey, how about easy peasy self-realization? You don't have to spend all that money for these ayahuasca meetings and to get frogs. They have these frogs now to bite you so they get poison out of you. Come here, poison will come out a lot less than the frog thing. You can die, man. Those things, very dangerous. All these dangerous paths. Ayahuasca is dangerous. Compared to this is the safe bridge to what those paths don't even know they're trying to achieve. We tell you right off the bat what the highest goal of life. We don't only tell you, we show you what the highest goal of life is. What, you want wealth? We show you what real wealth is. You want knowledge? With the Illuminati, they love their occult hidden knowledge and they think that's the big prize. Oh, we'll show you knowledge better than that. Oh, you want the highest happiness? Oh, everybody else is trying some other path and some other way to get some kind of happiness for their material body, or their false ego of name and fame and prestige. Oh, we'll show you happiness beyond that. Then we show you and relish it at the same time. Everything. Where do you find an all-inclusive path? Man, that's like going to one of these resorts. These resorts, they're very attractive. You know why? It's all-inclusive. You just hop on the plane. They give you a ticket. They give you the things to go into the resort, the transfers, and they give you the food there. They give you the beaches there, the hotel, the nice, clean hotel. Hey, man, that's what's here. You get everything. You get the ticket, to the Goloka Vrindavan. Man, you get the transfers. You get the happiness of being on the beach there with pina coladas and better in your spiritual body. You get the happiness that you can't get at a resort. See, come here. We give you to the Goloka Vrindavan resort. It's fantastic, man. I'm a bit wild today, I think. One who receives your audience is fortunate indeed, for you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Yeah, that's what you realize here. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. You realize, oh, that God, the great mystery. Oh, He's got a personality. Yeah. Wow, that is so fantastic too, to know that personality. I'm so happy. Oh, I didn't know that God. I thought He was a mystery, therefore I couldn't take advantage of appreciating these glories to the point I want to just tell the world, share the world this truth. That's what you get to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. See, Himself, which is Him, her. See, you become related to them. Like, Radha's related to Krishna, right? She knows the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, you get to know Him too because you're part of the family. You met a girlfriend. See, a girlfriend means guru. Real guru. Don't tell me you're a representative of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara system unless you're a girlfriend of Radharani, man. And know her Krishna. Have gotten her mercy. And her mercy is what? Devotion. Lord Caitanya came in the mood of Radha, right? To give that devotion. Let me see some recipients of the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Well, you won't see any recipients unless you see somebody coming here. Or to some other representative, which I haven't seen yet, taking that section of the studies Gauri did. From that section, I come to the conclusion, I don't think there's any other real representatives here on this planet except here. Except my disciples are representatives. Unless you show what even my disciples are showing, don't tell me you are a representative of Lord Caitanya. You come here, I'll prove it to you, man. I'll prove you this preaching is unshakable. This preaching is like an ironclad argument. No one can escape from this if you listen. Oh, Govinda, mute your mic. See, ironclad, you need that, man. You need, that's how you get faith. Why shouldn't you? Yeah, it's not surprising that Lord Caitanya says, only my devotees can give me. You got to be like solid, and you got to really know that, Lord. How can you give a pitch for something you don't believe in? That's the whole thing. You're listening to gurus who don't really believe in Krishna. Yeah, that's true. They don't believe in the real Krishna. If they believe the real Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda, He is one ecstatic person. He laughs, he cries, he jokes, and he chokes Maya, where she can't breathe anymore. You notice Maya can't breathe. She's gasping for air, and I ain't gonna let go, like a pit bull. Mike. You ever see pit bull? You can't get them off. You watch these stories on YouTube, and the pit bull, when they get them, you can beat them. I want to see guys beat him, won't let go. This is the training here. We make you like that. You become a pit bull. How else are we going to help others in this world? See, Lord Caitanya and his mercy, his philosophy, these truths, this ecstasy is the only meaning for really advancing in spiritual life. Otherwise, the paths are out there right now in this Kali Yuga are so slow. This is the only thing to really take shelter of. If the symptoms of this is not anywhere else, be here. This is the place to be, man. And I'm just preaching for those the Lord, he knows, to give the intelligence. Those who are like, oh, for a long time, I really desired your audience. I'm not getting it from my guru. I may not want to admit it, because it's not nice to not think like, I'm not really getting what my heart really wants, but I can't express it. You know how many devotees are like that? I know they're out there. They know something's wrong, but they don't have the strength to just call it a spade a spade. Well, you come here, man. You'll get the strength. You'll get everything. You get the strength to overcome all of that. I'll preach you sedantically right there in those books that you believe in, Prabhupada's books. You say you believe in, you come here, I'll show you his real conclusions on the matter. And then you go look out there. And if any guru, a so-called guru out there that represents the Gaudiya Vaishnava line really isn't, you'll know that. And you will have the confidence to stand up for that. And then you're out of here, man. Maya's always trying to hold you back with some fib, some lie, some little or big deception. I know I'm probably speaking too much today, but it's hard to hold this tongue. Hard to hold the tongue.
We love it, Guru Maharaj.
What?
She loves it.
Oh,
We love it.
Oh, you love it? Okay, good. See, one can immediately purify his entire house simply by remembering exalted personalities. See? So that's just in remembering exalted personalities, much less the rest of the verse here. To say nothing of directly seeing them, touching their lotus feet, washing their feet, or offering them places to sit. And you come to this Sadhu Sangha, you're seeing exalted personalities. Oh, Gaur, you're a big false ego. See, you're saying, well, that's really true. I must glorify these devotees here. Otherwise, I'm displeasing Krishna. I must glorify Govinda. I must glorify River. I must glorify Lalita Ganga, who have visible signs that my Lord is living inside them. And if you're not doing that, and you're so-called guru, and you don't glorify them, and you can't recognize that, I say, yeah, you're bogus. You got nothing. You're no better than your disciples. What, you memorized a few verses, big deal. You took initiation from Prabhupada, big deal. But they got false ego. You got false ego. You're nothing special. But Lalita Ganga and Johan and Janaki and so many others, and Govinda and Tom even, they're special. Why? Because they're listening to the real message. They have the real message in their hearts according to their abilities to receive it. I must glorify them. I must touch their feet and wash their... Didn't I wash Lalita's feet? Didn't I kiss her feet? And I get faulted by fools who claim that there's a fetish. Oh, yeah? Well, Krishna does that. Why shouldn't it? What, am I better than Krishna? He washed the feet of everybody in Dwarka. Nobody else would do that except him. Oh, I want to take this lowest position, foot washer of all the residents of Dwarka in his Leela. Oh, he was so happy to do that. That's my Lord's nature. That's my nature. Now, I can't have that nature on my own. It is his mercy to give it. Otherwise, I think, ooh, feet, bleh. You know how that is. Many of you like that. You gurus, you would never wash the feet of your disciples, nor should you really, because you're both mundane unless you've got real prema and the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Then if even a disciple of yours has that, see, what did Jesus show? The same example. It's always the same thing. He said, I must wash your feet because you're a part of me. Otherwise, you have no part of me. Hey, what is it? My disciples here who get the real mercy are part. We're together, part of the family, man, the real family, eternal family. It's a great joy. You know, those pictures that people say are so terrible and everything on the internet, they're the most expressions of the highest mercy that we received over there. And people can't see it. They use it as a thing to hide the truth. See? That's your servants out there. Oh, that's their service, to hide the truth from those who are, you know, bewildered by the profane because they're not sincere enough. I'm here, you know, those who Krishna wants to come in. You know, that's how we keep it clean. Gaurahari with this brash preaching keeps it clean here. You got to have some sincerity to come to hear this preaching. Otherwise, you should just stay with the chanting or go to my disciples who be more gentle with you, probably, maybe. And just come to here to the chanting, because this stuff is tough. I know, but I can't stop. I need to preach this. Just like Krishna had to preach the Bhagavad Gita, you know, he had to do it. You know, and I have the same opportunity because you guys are listening. You want to hear this stuff. This stuff should not be spoken of. This should be hidden from everyone. But if people don't know, if the devotees don't hear these things, these truths, they won't be able to come out of the Maya in this life. This is their opportunity. And yeah, many people will laugh, of course, because this is the descent of the Lord's transcendental potency here, transcendental truths, transcendental ecstasy. We're really fortunate. It's not in every life we get an opportunity like this. See? So we go for it. I go for it. You're going for it too, many of you. Getting strong enough to go for it. Even Tom's getting on board and throw a little cold water on him. He starts to get move him around a little bit, you know. So we don't want him to have a heart attack, right? Sometimes Tom reminds me of Sleepy Joe. You know Sleepy Joe? Go Brandon Joe. So it's good we throw a little cold water on him so he doesn't have a heart attack. Amy says, I can't imagine the exalted personality because I don't know them. If I imagine them, it feels like it's just in my mind. Just focus on you, Gaurahari Das. Then it feels like one of those. Yeah, but you see, you're learning that even in the Lord, when he gives himself to you, man, you become a saint in that sense. Can't help it. Goes with the territory. It's not a false ego thing. It's just the Lord lives in you. You know, what are you going to do? You know, it's just, you got the saint. The real saint is the Lord. And saints become saints because the Lord is actually living in them in an awakened state, right? Did you want to say something, Lolita? Go ahead.
I wanted to say, if she's connected to you, she will very easily be connected to all those other personalities. You bring her there. You will bring her there.
Yeah.
She will easily feel that association as well.
Oh yeah. That's how you get it. It starts with mother and father. The real spiritual master is like your mother and father. At first, and then becomes your intimate friend and introduces you to the other intimate friends. See, which are all these devotees. It's like Prabhupada, he came to me like, the dream. This is it. I mean, I'm just repeating. You may think false ego, but he came. We're both sitting on cushions on the same level. It's on the same level. Am I thinking, oh, I'm equal to Prabhupada? No, it's not like that. He's showing the point. This is parampara system. You must be like that. If you're not like that, you're not the recipient of the mercy. You got to be like your guru with the same kind of ecstasy and the same Krishna, transcendental Krishna expressing through you. That's the meaning of sitting on the cushions on the same. So Krishna is trying to teach me this. So you must be like this. And this was a sign, a symptom. What do you call it? Yeah, a sign, a symptom of that being so. Saying, yeah, okay, you see, this is the way it is now. Okay? And preaching has and the order. See, the order of the spiritual master is the active principle of spiritual life. The opinion of the spiritual master is the active principle of spiritual life. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. See, this has my full approval, this level of preaching, this type of preaching. You do more of that. Look at the results. Why? This is because it's the paramparas officially. You want official? That's official. See? This has the official stamp of the transcendental parampara. That's why this result is here. Not some mundane result like making sannyasis and Brahmins and pujaris and dressing up and all that stuff. No, inside. Feel we're here to teach what is real devotion, what are real devotees, what are real devotional conclusions, what is real devotional happiness, what is the real lifestyle of a real living devotee by being a living devotee in this world of Maya, man. Tremendous illusions on every front. We're just like this in this bubble, man. And nothing is touching it. It's unbelievable. Where do you see this? Okay, this is the pitch, man. You come here, you're getting a pitch. See, and if you begin to respect, and just like the verses say, you give respect to this preaching, you give respect to the ecstatic devotees and their ecstasy. You're giving respect to the Satchidananda presence in this world, living. Otherwise, it's in your mind, Satchidananda, Krishna, Krishna, Radhe, Radhe, but you don't know the living expression because you can't take it. You don't really believe in God yet. That's the hypocrisy. You come here, you'll get over that hypocrisy. You'll be congruent with the spiritual world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. Ooh. Did you hear that?
And it's happening, huh? It's really happening.
Where'd you hear verses like even from the Bible spoken with a beautiful integration of the Vedas? Don't they fit nicely? Helping others become Krishna. Yeah. I know several sannyasis, Janaki says, I know several sannyasis that took sannyas and are now married with kids. Good for them. More honest. Yeah, and that's what they usually get. They just married with kids and they maybe just worship Prabhupada with the incense and they got their altars. Maybe, and maybe not. But that's all they get.
They become Rhythmics.
What?
They become
They
Rhythmics.
become Rhythmics or whatever, Yeah. Honey liquors, man. We got honey liquors here. So the fundamental religious system in this age of Kali is the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Unless empowered by Krishna, one cannot propagate the Sankirtan movement. See, you see how Vallabhabhata is saying all the right things, and Lord Caitanya loved it. He's saying all the right things. But did he really know? He was a little bit of hypocrisy there. This is what this chapter is about. This chapter is about you, ISKCON devotees, you, Gaudiya Smriti. This chapter is about you. You're like that. You say all the right things. Well, not really, but not as good as him. But still, you're trying to say all the right things. Like the Gaudiya Smriti, they're trying to say all the right things like Vallabhabhata, right? But what was the fault of Vallabhabhata? Oh, he didn't listen to the devotees. He just wanted to preach to them. He wanted to be victorious in an argument, just like everybody out there, right? They want to be, they come here and they want to preach to us. They want to teach us something. And they say, like the Gaudiya Smriti is like that. They say all the right things like Vallabhabhata, but so much pride and competition is there, and they want to come here and teach me something. Even they don't have the ecstasy here. See, that was Vallabhabhata. That's the teaching of this verse. That's why you Narayan Raj persons will die in the Vallabhabhata obstacle. Your only chance to get over that and get prema and devotion and get the prize. The real prize is here, because nobody's preaching this, not even one. See, the Vallabhabhata, he said all the right things like the Gaudiya Smriti and the Radhakund Babajis, all the right things. See, but he was not that. He still had the false ego. See, it's an imitation of the truth. You got the knowledge there, right? Oh, you memorize all. Oh, I'm a Rupa. I'm a Rupa. Oh, Radhi. You're still envious as a snake. You're still a big false ego. You're still proud. You still want that big sannyas staff. And you want that big guru position. You want all those followers. Still, you can't get over it, can you? Until you hear Sourpuss Gaurharidas is preaching. Sour vinegar. What do you think that vinegar was about with Jesus? This vinegar. Oh, Sourpuss Gaurharidas. We don't want to listen to him. See? And Vallabhabhata was always fighting with the devotees, the real devotees who had real bhakti, real associates, trying to teach them. And then he was giving these purports like Gaudiya Smriti and Gaudiya Math and ISKCON, not up to standard and not, full of pride, full of, wannabe stuff, not clear, not clean. And the Lord Caitanya didn't want to hear it. The devotees didn't want to hear it. And Gaurhari also doesn't want to hear it. And you're really lucky if you don't want to hear it by coming here. You won't want to hear it either. You'll want the pure nectar. Yeah, we'll break that dunda, man. See, you won't want to hear it either. Why would you? Because you become of the caliber. We're here to make real devotees of Lord Caitanya, real followers of the real system of Parampara. We'll make real gopis, man. Or you could, if you're a cowherd boy, you'll come here, you'll be a cowherd boy. If you're a mother or father of Krishna, you can do that too. We can handle anybody. You just want on reverence. Oh man, that's easy peasy. You come here, we'll make you the most reverent devotee. You just want to sit and watch Krishna's pastime? We got a lot of those too. You can come here and you'll get that too. You'll be happy. Because why? You're hearing and seeing Krishna's pastime. Not participating much. That's okay. You're happy, right? Okay. You stay and watch until you really want to. Maybe you want to always do that. You can be a tree in Vrindavan or something and watch Krishna's pastimes. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Because you'll be happy. You got bhakti, right? Or then it'll evolve, because after a while you want to get up. Hey, I want to get in there. I want to get in the game. You're sitting in the dugout. You're watching the game, and all players on the field, right? We're on the field, doing this, and you're. I want to get out of the dugout, like Amy. She said, "I want to get out of the dugout. I'm going to get it. Put me on the game. Put me on the field." And Krishna says, "Oh, okay, So putting her on the field, right? She's writing all these things and glorifying her guru on Facebook. And Tommy says, yeah, I know I'm going to have a heart attack if I keep sitting on the bench, man. Not doing enough, man. I need to do this. I know I need to do this. And Gohar's throwing cold water on him, Just after a while, he says, okay. Whatever it is, participate, even by being in a neutral position for a while. Maybe you'll stay. Who knows? Probably not. This is so exciting. After a while, you get, you want it, right, Lilita? You want to get off the bench, right? You want to get up there and do something, and kind of play ball, get some people into the kingdom, grapple a little bit with Maya, test your mettle, sharpen your sword, get out there, and you need some adversaries. Give them some insight. You need some adversaries. Maya is a perfect adversary, right? See, as we get stronger, that's the whole point, man.
With the tongue, it's a fight with the tongue. Give them some insight. Yeah.
What? We'll say that again.
It's a fight with the tongue.
Yeah, it's a fight with the tongue.
Giving them some insight. Yeah.
Boy, look at all these comments, man. What if we want to become the Pope of the Sangha? Well, if you want to be, Freddie, if you want to become the Pope of the Sangha, you become the poop of the Sangha. That was a good one. That was perfect lead-in. And then you're excreted out of the Sangha, usually. If you want to become the Pope of the Sangha, you'll become the poop, and poop is excreted, right? Comes out the back end into the ground, we put you back into the earth. And you can sit there and the dogs will come and smell you. They're looking for the poop, right? Oh, Fernando, what does he say? Grand Rising, yeah. Okay, I got to save my voice. I mean, God, this is one wild 3 hours already? Oh, my goodness. Man, this went by fast. This is so fun, man. This is better than playing Scrabble. Okay, where's the song? Where's that song? Let's play that bathing song.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone rise and rejoice to the name Haribo. Mukunda Madhava Govinda Hari Haribo Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of